And welcome to Tuesday Night Shadowrun Shenanigans. I'm Bob Loper, your GM. You may notice a bit of a shakeup in this week. Derica is on the road and unable to join us, and we have one returning and one new cast member joining us for Season 7. So let's go around the table and we'll introduce everybody. So we'll start from the Twitch overlay, and we'll start with Jen.
I'm Jen, and I am returning to reprise my role of Gertrude, the troll combat medic. And she has a few new tricks up her sleeve, mostly to just continue to be a healing tank. And also has a van with a Valkyrie module in it. We'll see if it has continuous residence this season.
Amber.
I'm Amber. I play KO, your friendly, helpful, lovely, kind, benevolent mystic adept. Just kidding. She's really, really mean.
There it is.
So again, Derica is out, but Derica plays the team's Decker, feedback, and twin to Chris's character, who we'll talk about here in a moment. Going around the circle here, we'll get to Eason, our new cast member.
Yeah, I'm Eason. If you watch, and if you don't, why wouldn't you? Wednesday night, Denver. I'm on there playing a redneck dwarf, and this one I'm playing Mather, who is a face and also a mage, who is almost as good looking as he thinks he is.
All right, and Chris.
It was everybody. It's me, your boy Chris, and I'm playing Frodo. He is twin to feedback. Got injured in the war and likes driving things really fast and shooting big guns from cars. So yeah, and that's what we're about to fucking do. Yeah.
and waffles, of course.
Oh, love waffles and quilts. Which are really just, breakfast quilts.
Breakfast quilts.
Right? Yeah.
All right, so previously on Shadowrun missions, we're running through the Chicago missions arc, starting season 7 with 0701, the deck job. And if you're familiar with the blank job in television, you get the idea of how this last scene went last week. The runners ran up against the totally not leverage team. They're totally not leverage, but they seem to have lost them, although I guess there's going to be a hot pursuit coming up, as all the runners are in the hauler with Frodo driving, and there is a van speeding off ahead of them. So we're going to jump right in with that.
Alrighty. Strap yourself in, KO.
After them, Frodo.
And when I go.
So how are you doing this? So first of all, let's do a piloting test.
Yes, let's. I need to roll that from the hauler sheet or my own?
From your own sheet. Okay. So it should be pilot groundcraft, and you should be using the wheeled specialization.
Alrighty.
And this is where I think it's going to get funny.
And I'm also chasing, so do I get to add 2 dice?
So you have quality that allows you to do that?
I have chaser, plus 2 dice to perform any chase action.
Then yes you do. This will be a chase action. And I guess it'll be...
Nice.
Both of them. So 7. guess my max was 5 anyway, right? So
Well, great rolling.
I thank you.
Okay. So you are now at you're gaining on them, both because you've decided you are the better driver, and you've decided that you have the better vehicle. Um, Apparently, these guys, for all the fun they gave you last time, they're driving what appears to be a stock vehicle.
Ooh, it's gonna be a sad day for them.
They're not car girls.
So how do you want to proceed? You are gaining on them, but they're still moving.
I'm gonna try to have back shut down their car, like using the Matrix or something. And failing that, I'm going to try to acquire a target with with the laser cannon.
With the laser.
Yeah.
So she's having a little trouble hacking in. Apparently, their team's Decker is using the prototype cyber deck.
Okay.
She thinks she can get in, but it's going to take a bit, which will be several more driving rolls or just a gunnery test.
Gunnery it is.
So go ahead and hit the. That'll be on your.
Oh, that'll be
on your
on
vehicle.
Okay.
On your vehicle, it'll be the laser weapon, because you're shooting with the laser, right?
Yes.
So you're driving down the road, and in this residential neighborhood, granted it's still the zone, you see this turret pop up, and the big laser cannon pops out.
I'm on my chameleon coding. I'm going to be playing like the recent episode of like Billy Berserkers, like playing on the outside of the hauler.
Okay.
Yeah, just cause. And then, yeah, he is going to shoot them.
So the anti-chameleon coding, I see.
Yes. There's no way it's impossible to do this quietly. So here, overload it. Yeah.
Yes, I had her doing that.
While this is happening, I send a text to Billy Berserker, my good friend Billy, and I say, "Need swag from you."
Right? We're gonna be a rolling advertisement for my favorite show. It's gonna be great.
Ooh. All right, so everybody has a bulldog. All right.
Okay.
So you take a nice chunk out of the side of the sort of back quarter of their van. They're driving what appears to be a stock GMC Bulldog, otherwise known as the Shadowrunner Special.
Okay, KO. Can you take control of over that 97? If you can start picking them off from that hole over there.
Yeah, I guess so. And
So you're shooting from your little comlink controller.
Yeah. Can I hit him with a mana bolt? No, lightning bolt. That's it. That's the one.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I set up for vehicle weapons. Roll down the window.
Oh my god, what force? I forget. Name. Force 8. That's fine.
3 drain.
Oh no, wait, I can't take any more drain. Oh, I'm gonna spend an edge. Spend an edge to reroll that. What is that?
So you're re-rolling 5 dice, it looks like.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
So you'll take 1 drain.
Nah, man. I'm gonna take 1 physical.
So that's stun.
My stun box is full, so it's all physical at this point, baby.
So that knocks you unconscious then. If your stun track is full,
I'm just gonna lay down.
it carries over 2 per 1.
Okay.
So you had. Did you have it?
You punched me in the face for like 9.
Uh-huh.
I'm out.
Okay.
Only there'd been an option to use a gun.
As I pass out, can I send a message that says, "Mom, help"?
Sure.
Thanks.
KO?
All right. So somehow this van dodges the lightning bolt, but in doing so takes the corner a little too much and tips over.
Ah, he can be kind, but I'll never be awake to see it.
Yeah, so as far as you know, Frodo, she's just sort of leaning with the arm out the window at this point, being totally cool about it.
All right. We'll have to deal with that later. So what's the van looking like? So it's on its side.
It's on its side. It is on fire.
I'm going to pull. I'm going to kind of do like a skidding stop, and then
Okay.
like point the cannon at them, and then also the 97 at them, and kind of bluff that everybody's still up and ready and raring to go in the car instead of everybody being unconscious and useless. And like,
So
all right, just leave the package, and just get out of here.
So go ahead and make a con plus charisma test.
Oh, I hope my charisma is good. It's probably not. Let's look at this.
Oh, or spend bennies.
Oh yeah, we can do that. Yes, I will use a smackdown. Yeah, there we go.
Okay, good choice.
There we go.
So they all sort of crawl out, and you see Jason Hardison sort of crawls out, and he's kind of bloody, and sort of puts the package down, and they all sort of scurry off.
Take care of yourselves.
So now you have a burning van and the package.
Okay, sweet. So I'll get out and I'll.
At this point, we'll say feedback goes pick a pack because she no longer has to hack anything.
Awesome. Okay. Then roll the window down and have her throw the package in, and then lock her out. Just because.
Don't make me hack this vehicle.
You're right. You're right. You can do that. And then he unlocks it.
I'm imagining that he does the thing where like she goes to open the door and then drives a little, and then tries again and he drives a little more.
Just But then, yeah, at that, he remembers all the havoc she could wreak on his life. So, yeah, he kind of he just stops and lets her in the vehicle, all nice. Remember, I love you. And
What's
then,
wrong with
yeah,
her?
he drives off. Huh?
What's wrong with her?
I have no idea. I think she needs a stim patch or anything or something like that. She shot some lightning out the window and took a
Yeah,
nap
that was pretty cool.
immediately afterwards. Yeah, I mean, it was actually pretty dope. Yeah, you're right.
Do you have a
Can you
stim
go ahead
patch?
and I have a stim patch.
Docs, they're like all in my pocket. Can't even tell them.
Yeah.
No, wait. I think I told feedback. Wait, yeah. I think I hadn't said
Yeah, you did.
feedback. Yeah.
You did.
Okay.
You told her if I go unconscious, here's where I keep one. So what rating is that stim patch?
Should be. I think I stole a 4. Yes.
I think I stole a 4.
Stole a 4.
uh, so feedback pulls out the stim patch, and the marking is clearly not what you find in a stuffer shack. It is wherever you stole it from, and slaps it on you, and you regain 4 boxes of stun
Amazing.
for the next 40 minutes.
Do I wake up?
Yeah, you wake up.
Oh my god. Guys. What time is it?
9 a.m. Saturday.
9 o'clock.
9:40. I'm probably out again.
Oh shit. Okay. Where am I
So-
taking you?
Just where are we? And I've like forgotten everything. I don't know where we are.
Oh, we are about. Oh yeah. Where are we? How far? How far did the chase take us?
Probably 5-6 blocks from where you started.
Okay. So yeah, we're about 5-6 blocks from the duplex. We went to go.
You're still in that neighborhood.
Just take me to the safe house where we left my my ride.
Harry and the Crypt Kicker. Okay. All right. And he puts in the coordinates, and he actually takes a nap. See, he still hasn't slept yet.
He takes a nap. Oh man.
So you let the car drive itself?
So yeah, and he is just chilling, taking a nap. Like you wouldn't actually know because he to you guys he always looks like he's asleep while he's jumped in, but he's really just sleeping and letting the car drive.
Well, because you have a rigger cocoon, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So they don't even see you when you're in the car. You're encased in this sort of egg-like structure.
Oh, even better. Yeah.
It's like being in the womb.
As I risk dating myself even further and saying mork for mork.
I'm with you, Bob.
Oh yeah. Remember Nick at
The
Night?
classic
Robin
of
Williams. Yeah.
70s, 80s television.
How long do you think it'll take to get back to that safe house?
Half hour.
Yeah, about half an hour.
Cool.
You think you'll have about 10 minutes to spare before you conk out again?
Yeah, and how long is it to my house? To the shop from the safe house?
We'll say half an hour.
Cool. I'm gonna send my good friend Gertie a message that says, in 40 minutes, come find me. I am here in this place.
I'm glad you included that last part because that sounded really ominous.
And then I say, don't tell the others, especially the priest.
So as a reminder, it's been 6 months since the affair at the Basilica. Since you defeated the Master Shadim Outslander, and I'd sort of hand waved it as Gertie's been doing more work at the Horde, and sort of laid out her. I mean, because they all have your comm code anyway. Just said, hey, if you need me, call me.
I need her. So I
do
hit
you
her
have
up.
do you have anything else specific that you were doing in the last 6 months?
Nothing specific, just helping out around the neighborhood, giving, first aid training to, local families since response times for hospitals are going to be slow for that area, and um, helping folks fix up their cheap cars that they're buying and stuff like that.
You have noticed over the last 6 months, things have started to become sort of they've gotten better and better. For better or for worse, progress is afoot in the zone um, through Project Takeback. There's been some strife because there have been some corporations coming in wanting some of the land. But so far, the Horde has sort of kept its own. Because, I mean, they keep sending humans to do a troll's job.
Why? Why would you? We're just so much taller.
But at some point, 6 months after your last job, after your last big job, I mean, you've done enough little jobs that you sort of cobble together lifestyle payments. You get a text from KO, just out of the blue, randomly one day. Some Saturday morning.
And it just says, come get me, coordinates to follow.
Yep. And the coordinates that follow are the safe house where Harry and the Crypt Kickers were for a while. They've since moved on. They've moved on to other safe houses. They've started trying to gain some ground with their band.
Gertie definitely goes to any of their shows that she can. Yeah.
They're still holding out. Let's see, I think it was the backup guitarist they refused to replace, the one that died at the Basilica. They still can't quite make themselves replace that person. So it gives them a different style than most bands, and it's kind of a hard sell sometimes. But again, that's the text you get. Hey, come get me.
In 40 minutes. Well, she will finish up with whatever Saturday morning scrapes and bruises of neighborhood children that have stopped by for snacks. Okay. And we'll gear up to go pick up KO, because who knows what this is about.
So we come to, we'll say 9:35 on Saturday morning. As the clock starts to tick down on that stim patch.
Thanks, Frodo. I'm gonna go in. You just hit me up when you have money.
Alrighty.
All right, cool.
You okay?
Mm-hmm,
Do you need help in?
Nope, I'll be fine. Just all set. Talk to you later, bud.
Okay.
All right.
And as you sort of, there's a sort of dynamic going on where you're sort of dragging out the conversation. She's trying to shorten it.
I'm backing away.
Okay, gotta go.
Okay, see ya.
And that's when an ambulance pulls up behind you.
Okay. Oh.
So you see, I think I have pictures for this even. So there is Darcy. And there is the vehicle that is at the safe house.
Can I make a check to see if I know about all the antics Darcy, the saint of
Uh,
the?
yeah. So if you have any sort of Chicago area knowledge, you can roll that.
I definitely have Chicago area knowledge. I'll roll that.
You have
One
not heard of
dice.
Darcy.
Alrighty. Uh,
0 hits on 5 dice. Awesome.
so
So Gertrude, you roll up on this vehicle, and I guess there's a. Are you still in the? Are you still in the vehicle, Frodo?
yeah, I'm still in the vehicle.
Okay.
Uh,
So the window's
both turrets
down
are
and
still up as well.
oh geez. So
based
this
on
vehicle has
circumstance.
a turret with a laser cannon on it, and you see a short arm sort of sticking out the window, and KO is there, sort of having a conversation that you can tell she's really trying to end.
And after seeing that someone is pulling up, uh, I'm just gonna like nod to KO, a friend of yours.
Yes.
Okay.
I guess.
And,
I don't know. Close. Hard to say. But she
okay.
came, and I think that's super important. So.
I mean, yeah, that's what friends do. They come when you need them. And then
Sure.
so he's gonna like retract the laser turret and then turn off the Billy camo. And
Oh yeah. This SUV is playing on the side because he's got chameleon coating. He's playing the ad. Actually, he's playing some of the the local trids where and you recognize this because you've seen Billy in action. This is clearly Billy Berserker. You think you recognize this is the shot that one of the shots that Billy Camerduke got.
okay.
And then it flashes to one of these other shots that Johnny Nash got.
Awesome. Nice to meet you.
So Gertie will get out and she sees KO and she said, was I interrupting the fan club meeting?
No, not a fan club. I have like 2 minutes on me before I pass out.
Well, come on.
Yeah, she's getting really sort of droopy eyed.
There's no one in the Valkyrie module right now.
I crawl back into my hole of the Valkyrie module.
And you have the satisfaction, it's mine, all mine.
Settle into my space.
Yeah,
That
nice.
actually might be the move, right? Yeah, because there's the snacks in the hole. Like you can't get crumbs in the Valkyrie module.
Yeah, so you see KO just sort of walk around to the back of the ambulance and hop right on in, and you can kind of see inside. There's a like a full sort of orc or troll sized Valkyrie module that's sort of a stand up, almost a phone booth sort of thing.
Oh, this is new.
You guys save space.
Nice.
There's so many people in here, and just gotta make room. Also, I've been transporting a lot more trolls, so
Oh, that's wild.
you need the leg room.
I mean, some of us need the leg room.
So Gertie will close the doors behind KO as she climbs into the Valkyrie module, and she'll wave over at Frodo and say, "Thanks for getting her here safe."
Yeah, no problem. See you later. And he's gonna drive off, and he's gonna take us back to his place. Oh, she came to visit me, right? Yeah, so take her back to my garage.
Okay.
And I'll take KO back to her place.
All right.
Because I know where that is.
They
Oh, I
are
met her mom
friends. They are friends.
I met your mom once.
It's true.
Yeah.
Friends
So
know where
you,
you live.
so you both vehicles arrive at their respective locations. So Gertrude, you're greeted by KO's mom. Oh, so good to see you.
It's really good to see you too. I have your daughter in the back. She was not feeling well, so I came to drop her off so that she could recover and feel better in a place where she was comfortable. I can take her to her room if you need me to.
Yes, please. And if KO would like to describe her room.
Oh, this is good. Okay. So, at one point, KO left her home and had a life, and then under certain circumstances had to come back. And then she has not done anything with the room since. She just shows up and sleeps. So it looks like a 17-year-old girl still lives in this room, untouched by time.
Perfect.
There's band posters, weird little school medals and stuff, like little diplomas everywhere, pictures of cute guys from GQ. Who knows? There's a mood board on a bulletin board somewhere.
And KO said she didn't like whiteboards.
So you take her in, sort of look after her. So by now it becomes, we'll call it 11 a.m. on Saturday for our doom clock. And KO comes around. Probably not entirely healed, but you can make a body plus willpower test and heal that many boxes.
Okay.
Because all of your stun came back.
Willpower's 3. Okay.
All right, so you'll heal 4 boxes of stun permanently this time.
Okay.
So at some point, you think, hey, we should turn in our quest and get paid.
Yes, that would definitely be a good idea. So yeah.
How much is gas? How much is
Is
fuel?
gas. Yeah.
It's within lifestyle costs.
Okay,
It's not a thing we really nickel and
I'm
dime.
trying to get gas and mileage. How many miles did we drive?
I would like to send Gertie enough new yen to cover a tank of gas.
Okay. We'll say 100 yen.
Okay. With a little note that says, thanks.
Well, Gertie was kind of hanging out close by just to make sure you were okay and didn't need an emergency ride to the hospital.
Oh, okay. Well, from wherever you're sitting, just, she's up.
All right. So by 12 o'clock on Saturday, you arrange to meet with Maggie Goldberg and turn in your quest. So you'll get paid for that.
Awesome.
And I will give you I'll give you karma after the session tonight.
Sounds good.
Thanks, Bob.
So we're gonna fast forward to maybe a week later, and we're going to check in on our new character, Mather. I want to hear about what he's doing in town. And I guess it appears you have contacts here, so you've been here a while.
Yes. Previously, I was in a lovely little village called Cold Iron, Kentucky, in Harlan County. And I found myself as the minister of a local church. The flock had to be fleeced, but I didn't think they were going to catch on that fast. So, at any rate, the local law enforcement, which is subpar compared to Lone Star, thank goodness, almost had me out of town on a rail, and I made it to the better parts of Kentucky, such as they are. And I was told that Chicago was full of giant insects and horrible monsters, and I went, "Wow, that sounds so much better than where I am right now." And that was about 2.5, 3 years ago, and I've been tending the flock here, helping people understand that the things that they have in their pockets, ultimately, if they move into my hands, it would probably work out for both of us. I've been working with Doc Tate, who is a charming, if somewhat terrifying man, who does have things in his pockets that he can put into my hands that make me want to do things, because that's my primary motivation, aside from being incredibly attractive, or at least attempting to be. So that's why I'm in Chicago.
All right. So working with Dr. Tate does kind of dovetail nicely into where we're going to go with this next mission. So we're starting, for the record, SRM 0702, which is called Collective Action. And so at some point, we'll call it a random Friday night, or Friday night. You get a call, and the comm code, the caller ID reads Dr. Tate.
All right.
And you see,
Yeah.
let me pull him up.
So I make sure my hair is great, and then I realize it's always great. And I pull up the more expensive of my two phones, and make sure that it's working. Bang, whatever I have to do. I don't know anything about technology, and then answer it. But I wait like a quarter of a second longer than I probably should, just to make it look like I was doing something more interesting than talking to Dr.
Yes, good evening. I was just about to leave a message for you.
Apologies.
I'm hiring for a job on a tight timeline. Your name is on a short list of qualified contractors.
How soon?
Within about the next hour, we should meet at the new clinic in the Maker Collective.
Well, I'm very popular. I'm highly booked, but I can cancel anything for you, Doctor.
That's excellent. And just then, so he hangs up.
Okay.
And the rest of you, so Gertrude and KO and Frodo and Feedback all receive similar calls saying, please meet in the clinic in the Maker Collective within the next hour.
The next hour? Alrighty. See what I can do.
I waste a lot of time discussing with my mom about this call because I swore to myself I would never work for this doctor again.
Uh-huh. There's a lot of distrust.
Mm-hmm.
She says, "Good girl. You're starting to learn that Johnsons are not to be trusted."
What do I do? Do I go? Do I not go?
If it's money, and you're not opposed to the work, you take the job, but you watch your back.
Okay, Mom. I give her a hug and I leave.
All right.
Gertrude was at one of the Crypt Kickers basement concerts, and she leaves a little note in the tip jar that they sounded great before she heads out,
Aw.
regardless of what they actually sound like.
All right, so
are we taking Fiona with, or?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. Never mind.
We'll assume for some reason her leave is not up. She hasn't been called back to the army yet. That's going to be an interesting day when she is. So you all arrive at the new Maker Collective. And there is a huge amount of fresh construction here, meshed seamlessly with the older buildings. This place used to be a collection of strip malls and tarp tunnels, but it's had some serious upgrades in the last 6 months. There is a prominently displayed sign, which is on the map there, as you can see. Maker Collective Refurbishing Center, Truman Tech, a proud subsidiary of Horizon. There's even a designated parking space now, complete with a dwarf guard in this sort of attendance booth. And he seems to be looking as much at the airfield as at the parking structure. So inside the collective, you do find it looks a little bit like you're used to, but it looks less sort of bizarre and more outlet mall. You've definitely seen this is the effect of Project Takeback. The Maker Collective has been gentrified.
Now there's like Starbucks and stuff in our
so there's a
Collective.
There's a Starbucks at every corner of the Maker Collective, or Soy Bucks.
I mean, I do love a soy macchiato. I'm not gonna lie, but still.
Now you can take the tour. You can get your 4 stamps. So we'll call it the 4 corners stamp.
Oh shit! Do they each have their own like specialty drink?
Yes.
Oh damn! I gotta do it. Okay, so
God.
gotta do it. I have to do it. I gotta do it.
It's all about the snacks in this game.
Frodo's like a little tourist wherever he goes.
He's got paid, and he needs to come in here so we can get more drones anyway. So you might as well get soy bucks while he's in here, right?
I gotta replenish those calories.
Yeah, right. All those calories I'm burning by wheeling around. My automated.
Got
So
a real
you-
strong hand.
Yeah.
So you make your way around the four corners. You get your stamps, and if they stamp it right, and not all of you have it stamped right, I don't know. Maybe not all of you go to this place, but it's like all four stamps make one big stamp if they're aligned right.
Like a quilt.
Yeah, like a soy buck stamp quilt.
Mm-hmm.
God. I'm
It's
involved
all
in none of
coming
this. I
together.
go straight to the meeting place.
Flipping roll, Chris, to see how that works out.
Okay, I'm rolling quilting, by the way. Looking for reasons to roll quilting.
All right. It could have been better.
Because I wasn't in charge of placing it. Like, I wish they would have lined it up in a more patchwork pattern, but hey, like.
You're trying to do like the backseat stamping, and they're having none of that.
Yeah. They did what they could, and the next time, I'm certain they'll do it better.
By the time you get the fourth one, the barista is just shouting "next" and throws the stamp at you. But as you finish your soy bucks, or several soy bucks as the case may be, and make your way to where you understand the clinic to be, you see there are holographic mall maps up. Another change that was not here the last time you were at the Maker Collective. This is very much outlet mall. And so you go into the back. You get to the clinic that looks like it's just been painted, and it's this sort of this clinical white with steel chairs and steel desks, and the waiting room is full when you get there. But when the last of you gets there, the receptionist calls the five of you out and says, "Room 1, please." And you start hearing some grumblings from those who were not chosen. That, hey, we were here before them. How are they getting preferential treatment? They're not even injured.
I hold up a fist like this and use my what's it called again? My elemental strike to make electricity appear around my fist, and I shake it at them a little before walking off.
Yeah.
Go and make an
like
intimidation roll.
Oh man.
Like, I've seen her in action, guy. You better watch your mouth before you become very injured.
I don't have intimidation. I have like etiquette and con.
So unskilled charisma.
Skills. Come here. Where are you? I'm gonna use a nerp. Go ahead and add
There
3
you
to
go.
that one.
Yes, liches, see the violence inherent in the system.
1 hit. On 4 die.
On 4 dice.
It's 25%.
Yeah. Yeah, so he quiets down pretty quickly and sort of shrinks back into the steel chair, more conforming his body to the chair than anything else. As you are escorted into room 1. And as you all are escorted in, the receptionist closes the door, and Dr. Tate is sitting there. There's a small table with chairs enough for everybody to sit down. Hello again, and thank you for coming. Please be seated.
Take a seat.
Pleasure to see you. To meet you.
So the job I have in mind involves infiltrating a site and sabotaging some equipment. The job must be done by 6 a.m. tomorrow. I want this to make the morning news. The pay is 10,000 nuyen each. Are you interested?
It's not that basement place again, is it?
The basement place?
The flower
No.
shop?
There have been a
No,
few.
not the. I think you're referring to the electronics company. It's not that either.
Okay, there have been a few basements, so
There's always a basement.
I'm definitely not going to that basement place.
none of them.
Guys, can we do 10,000 plus plus costs like of equipment?
You would like to negotiate.
I would.
All right.
I use both a NERP and an edge at the same time, or I have to do one or the other.
Yeah, you may use both. So you can add. You can flip you can flip the edge button, and the modifier button and add 3.
Modifier button.
And it should explode all 6s.
And which skill am I doing again?
Negotiation.
Negotiation.
Okay.
Didn't add the +3 though. Here.
It looks like it did.
Well, they added the 3 from my edge, but not from the NERP.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
All right.
and
So
then
roll 2 more. And 1 more. Gosh, I feel like I'm narrating an exercise video. Okay. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 successes. Yes. Yes, of course. We can. We can increase that to 12,000 if that's agreeable.
Sounds good to me. And he looks around the table.
I look
Anybody else?
Fate and go, but could we get 15?
I'm afraid.
Oh, yeah. It's sad for me. Like a lot.
Wow, that is sad.
Ugh, I'd like to. Hold on. No one move. Freeze. Just gonna do
I'm not
that.
trying hard, so
And then I'm gonna.
sadly look at my ice Stero and Stero and like I'm disappointed in it and set it down and go, carry on.
Oh, look, Ethan, you have a silver gift.
Oh, look, I have a silver gift.
It's your first gift.
All right.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna give them out. I don't take them. What do I do? Hold on.
We'll make that 2.
Make that 3.
Oh,
We'll start this off right. So if you look, let's see, at the top of in the player notes, there should be. It should be editable by all characters. There should be a Benny's page.
yeah, I want to re-roll those failures, Bob.
Okay.
Four out of 13. Yeah, got one more. 5. I'm not off to an auspicious start.
Well, Mr. Frodo has almost tapped out my budget. Um, so we will fully tap it out and go at 13,000 each. Yes.
He winks at Mather, and he's like, 13 sounds a lot better than 12.
A mathematically sound answer.
And then
So we're agreed then.
Yes, 13 is fantastic. It's also one of my favorite numbers, along with 10 and 5, and well, there's a whole lot of them. We can't bother to talk about that right now.
Yes, of course.
I was staring at Mather during this whole thing, trying to figure out who this new guy is. And then when he starts talking about 13's his favorite number, I roll my eyes.
All right.
I totally think this guy's baloney.
So Ares is in the process of establishing a new refurbishing center. They've acquired the rights to an existing warehouse in the neighborhood just a few blocks from here, and they've evicted the previous tenants. The Ares facility is specifically designed to directly compete with the Maker Collective, and this is unacceptable. They're planning to accomplish this using 2 expensive industrial nanoforge machines. I would like for you to render those machines inoperable.
Okay.
Ares' decision. Go ahead.
You said you want this to end up on the news, so loud is encouraged.
Well, I want the failure of Ares to occur on the news.
Okay.
I should mention that Ares' decision to import corporate labor for their new plant instead of utilizing the local labor force has resulted in large community protest. So perhaps loud is not the way to go.
Okay.
I do not want to cause animosity among the local population.
And as he's saying that, he's looking directly at KO.
I go like this, and I have little electricity sparks coming off my fingers, and I just stare at him.
He just kind of like suppresses a chuckle, and then yeah. You were saying, Doc?
The majority of the Ares security appears to be patrolling the yard between the fence line and the building to keep out the protesters, leaving little security inside. When the protest ends, I expect the site to be locked down tightly. That's why I want this done tonight. I'll send a diagram of the machines to your comms. So he does that. He slides it over an AR. So there's a schematic for the nanoforge machine. Place one of these, and he puts out 2 boxes. Place one of these thermite burning bars on each machine at the location marked in the diagram, and then activate the bar. If this is done correctly, the nanoforge will not be salvageable. Contact me once you leave the refurbishing center. You'll receive payment upon proof of destruction of both machines. Any questions?
You have schematics of the building readily handy?
I do not, but it's a fairly basic warehouse. Perhaps you can do some research.
I mean, yeah, of course. I was just saying, a rush job and all. I mean, if you already had it on the desk, it just saves some time,
I don't.
what's the temperature of the protests? Like, are people just chanting and holding signs? Are they throwing things?
Are they handcuffing themselves to the gate?
They have not. Well, maybe a couple people have handcuffed themselves to the gate, but not many. It's still very much a peaceful demonstration, though perhaps a show of force from the outside would make that not so peaceful. So I'd like to avoid that if possible.
And looking at KO.
Matter raises a hand. Everybody else. The most expensive driving gloves you've ever seen. They look like they're actually made out of an animal's hide, and then you notice he's got a pair of them. He goes, "Excuse me, I have a question." So what you're saying is that were they to be motivated to engage in violence, that would help.
I do not believe I said that.
Yeah. Darn. Okay, go ahead.
Because I just like I don't want you guys mowing these guys down, I don't want the Ares security mowing these guys down.
Well, that's fair.
And the protesters probably have numbers, but they're probably not that well armed.
Yeah. But
They make
peaceful protesters,
Loud, right?
So with that, I will let you get to it. And as you're ushered out of the clinic, we will take our mid-session break. And then after our mid-session break, there's just some introductions that need to be made, I think, with a new person. So we'll be back in 10 minutes. Stay with us. You don't want to miss spell.
It's going to be your summer jam.
Yep.
It's my jam.
So we'll be back in 10 minutes. And welcome back. We have just had our negotiation, and our runners are on their way out. So I think we have...
All right. So I know KO, and we met briefly. Yesterday?
Oh, you're the fan club guy.
I mean, yeah, you can say that. I'm a fan. Are you a fan of Billy Berserker?
Sure. I mean, we work together, so I guess I'm a fan.
Work together?
I'm standing behind Frodo going.
Also, that means you know Billy Berserker? You knew this whole time and you didn't say anything, KO? Like, oh my gosh. You tell me so many stories.
KO is very private.
He looks to Mather and don't tell me. Like, what, are you his agent or something?
I don't know who we're talking about.
Billy Berserker.
No, you keep saying
and then he hits the remote on his car, and then you can see Fred's play on the outside of his car. Like, this guy? You've never seen this guy before?
Looks vaguely familiar. Is this a trend?
Yeah. So what you're seeing now are old trids. You've heard ads, and they're met with varying levels of excitement depending on who you talk to. That the New Adventures of Billy Berserker is a show that has just been picked up by the network and is coming in the next couple of months.
Oh, yes. I heard something about that. Bob, I totally watched every episode. Just a lying jerk. I'm more of a reader, if you understand. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the cinema for the average person, but it doesn't really hone the mind, does it? At any rate, I'm happy, and also this is extremely attractive. Whatever this is, are we riding in this?
So I have you on the map here. This is there's the Darcy map. So we have a selection of vehicles now, depending on what you guys are driving in.
I instinctively get in Darcy's car. And since the priest isn't there, guess who's got shotgun?
So a couple of people go get into an ambulance,
I would assume.
and if you have a Chicago area knowledge skill, you can roll that.
All right, I do.
I would assume Frodo and Feedback would get into the hauler.
Oh, I would assume so.
Not bad. 2 hits on.
Okay. You've heard of an ambulance named Darcy that's associated with various good works in Chicago, and was associated with some sort of attack on the Catholic Basilica about 6 months ago.
Oh, is this the van that attacked the Catholics?
No.
And at that, Frodo's kind of like whoa.
I don't think so. There is about 8 hours that I can't account for her whereabouts, but I don't think she was attacking Catholics.
The Basilica, the really big church.
I mean, there was some sort of spooky spirit that attacked that building.
Well, it looks clean inside. I think I'll ride with you.
That's very clean. I keep my ambulance very clean. You know, sanitary conditions.
Okay.
I lived in
You guys want to
I was assured of that, so I was.
exchange comm codes and then like put up like a chat? So we can continue this conversation in our caravan.
So you should now be able to move your token, Eason.
Alrighty. My token that Amber made for me, which is super cool.
You're welcome.
So yeah, Gertrude will exchange comm codes with Frodo, and talk cars while they're driving over the location. The various mods and, shop talk kind of stuff.
Since I'm not used to being ignored, I look over at KO and go, "And you are?"
Name's KO, and I am fumbling through the different compartments looking for the right snack.
There are snacks and Ares predators under the seats.
Oh, I have a gun. And he pulls out a faux pearl and chrome needler that looks like something that someone unfamiliar with firearms would use, but wants to look cool.
That's amazing.
It's a for your purposes, Tom. It's a Tiffany needle from the rule book. I saw it and couldn't resist it. So,
Wait, so it's just a cool looking gun?
Yeah, it's a tiny needler that's chrome and faux pearl handle, made by Tiffany.
I go over there and check it out. It's a silly looking gun? Alright, then I make fun of you for it.
Actually, to make sure, I'm going to put this out of the way. That's not a cute looking gun. That's a silly looking gun. That is the tech opinion of that.
So, after the disembodied my gun, I show you my silly looking high-end fashion gun, and then put it back in my insanely expensive coat. And I go, but I'm not really a gun person. So
Huh.
violence only begets violence if we're lucky.
All right, Mr. Violence. Well, if you check the compartment below your butt, I need to know what's in that.
Oh, the compartment where?
Just below you. Under
Below?
the seat, it pulls out.
Oh. So, I don't sit in chairs that have drawers usually, so I'm not familiar.
Hmm.
But what are we looking for?
Just if there's chocolatey anything.
This is fake chocolate.
All right, throw me 2.
All right, here you are. Here, you know what? Have 4.
I let the other 2 hit the ground because I only wanted 2.
You'll want the other ones later. I'm gonna push the drawer back in and stare out the window.
No, I stubbornly don't want to have more. I've now limited myself to these only 2.
Either way, I got you to do what I wanted you to do. This is lovely. The window's very clean. You weren't lying. Not to imply that you would lie. It's just that people tend to think things are cleaner than they really are. Where are we going? Oh, that's right. Never mind. I remember.
You like to talk.
It's my best skill.
Yeah?
Yes.
13K, huh?
Well,
All right. Well, I think this one is going to require us to be a little more low key. Are you
I'll
going to
do
be able
my
to do that, shiny gun?
I'll do my best. I'm at a 5 right now, so.
Okay.
So what does the scale go to?
You know, I don't like to limit myself.
You know what? I can respect that.
And you shouldn't either. I'm sure you're very good at driving.
I
Be the
try to
best.
be. I try to be.
Be the best.
No one ever was.
All right, so you arrive at a warehouse that is a rectangular plasticrete building that's 25 meters tall, 60 meters wide, and about 30 or so meters deep. The building sports a fresh coat of paint, complete with the Ares logo. We'll say something like Ares, building a better Chicago, is their current tagline. There are 2 large closed truck doors on the west end, so the left end of the map, and one to the north. As you sort of make your round of the place, there is a personnel entrance on the eastern side, and another set of metal double doors is closed on the southern facing wall that's facing the protesters. There's a 4-meter tall monowire topped fence surrounding the warehouse compound. That's the sort of border along the side here. There is a single roll-open gate with a guard shack next to it. And there is a show of force going on. There are guards, drones, and even a couple of manifest spirits. I don't have on the map yet. Let's see, do I have them handy? There. So there's some manifest spirits. The guards are wearing full body armor and appear to be on high alert. They're carrying submachine guns. And then outside, there are probably 80 or so. Let me reveal the rest of that map. There we go. They're probably about 80. You think protesters? They're sort of focused on a charismatic human wielding a megaphone. So I will show you that one. And there are a number of cameras around, including, you think, a couple of news bloggers. People are waving signs around with slogans like "Nano equals CFD," "People, not machines," and "Support local labor." So that is what you find yourself in, or just outside.
Alrighty, so what's the plan?
I think we should pull over somewhere that's close so that we can sort of round up and make our plan. We may be able to use one or both vehicles to get in.
Alrighty, lead on.
Just find a parking lot that's nearby where it won't look super sus that two vans are pulling up side by side.
I mean, it's just a few blocks from the Maker Collective. You could almost just park at the Maker Collective and walk.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to do that?
Well, since we drove over here and kind of figured out what was going on, we could go back to the Maker Collective and figure it out.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
We have until the morning to get it done, right?
Yep.
We have 6 o'clock.
Feedback, are you able to get vision of inside the building?
I can try. And she sort of Frodo, you see her slump over, and she goes into the Matrix. And she comes back and says, there is a spider and a security rigger on site.
Ooh, okay.
So whatever access I would get, it probably wouldn't last long.
Have any idea what kind of hardware, what kind of drones they got that the rigger has?
So you did see, as you drove by, this one and this one. Those are steel lynxes. So they are large, the sort of four-legged wheeled drones that have Stoner Ares M202 medium machine guns. You did see at least one up here, a Doberman, which is a tracked sort of medium-sized drone. And it looks like it has some sort of assault rifle with a grenade launcher on it.
They got some artillery. Alrighty.
So what are their areas of expertise? I'm a medic, and I'm pretty good in a fight if I have to.
I'm a hacker assassin.
I'm a driver.
Feedback says.
I'm a driver and artillery specialist.
I am a fighter.
I tell people what to think, and they usually do what I say. And if that doesn't work, then I can blow them up with fireballs and mana and summon fire monsters from somewhere else and that sort of thing. Also, I can make people sort of change the way people feel about things magically. I promise I only use it for good reasons.
Yeah.
Okay, brain game.
Alrighty.
Oh, were you talking to me?
Yeah, I think your skills might come in handy. I know Dr. Tate didn't want us to get the civilians involved, but I think that we should use the tools at our disposal and maybe cause a commotion or a distraction.
They have a rabble rouser already rousing them.
Yeah, but she's keeping the tempo at a certain level, and I think we need to amp it up.
Well, if they go too angry, they're just going to shoot them to death.
So below that,
So
more but less than that. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm trying to do a scale thing with my hands.
Yeah, from a professional perspective, but somewhere between getting shot because you're rioting and tepid, where's she got?
Not death.
No, I'm talking about the person that's already.
Oh.
I mean, is she doing a good job of getting them, fired up without going too far? Or?
Yeah, she's doing a pretty good job of that.
Yeah.
She seems to be. I mean, as you listen to what she said, and you're not really here right now unless you come back. But from what you heard as you sort of drove by, she was pretty good about. She's like leading the crowd, but keeping it calm, keeping it so that Ares doesn't shoot him.
So, in my expert opinion, she's really good and seems to be honest, which is shocking for anybody that good. So she's keeping them just below where they're going to drop bullets instead of attention. If we cool them off any more, they're useless. If we crank them up any higher, they're going to get mowed down. Now, I don't care about them as people per se, but for the job. Also, Ares is kind of terrible, right? We all don't like them. Boo, Ares. Anyway, on the other hand, I can sense, I can see what's going on there besides the few manifested spirits I already saw. I can look around inside if we need, or send something, go look around inside to see what else we can't see with matrix eyeballs, whatever those are called. I can convince people to get out of our way when we're going in. I can convince them that I am the best thing they have ever seen. It's often, I mean, it'll only work on one of them at a time, but and I can't control what it is they want to see, but when it's over with, they don't really remember that I was there. They just remember whatever it was they saw. I can control the emotions of large groups of people, which could be some of the guards between us and the door.
This is an old warehouse district.
It is. And you were told, so this was an existing warehouse it's just been repainted and new signage put up. But you were told this was an existing warehouse that people had been evicted from.
I can try and reach out to a friend of mine who might be able to get us some plans, maybe.
That sounds great.
I will call Nick Ryder.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, it's really early for you. I'm very sorry. I was wondering, I am helping out some of these protesters down here by the new Ares facility.
That place.
Yes, that place. And I was wondering if you had access to like the building plans.
Let me get back to you. Go ahead and roll. We'll call it 7 dice. You may spend nerfs or edge if you'd like to bolster that.
Yeah, I'll spend some.
And Tom has just given you an edge to help with Nick.
Aw, well, I'll use Tom's edge for Nick then. So I will pre-edge this roll of, you said 7 dice?
Yes, you're starting with 7 dice.
Okay. Well.
Wow.
That was terrible. I even re-rolled that 1-6.
I don't trust that little button.
Excuse me. Yeah, usually I just use the slash roll. Technically, I think they're supposed to do the same function, but roll 20 superstitions be what they are.
Yeah, I see that now. All right, well then I will also do the NERPs, and I'll do it. Maybe.
Wow.
Just haven't warmed roll 20 up yet, I guess.
So Nick calls back and says, no, I wasn't able to get the plans. So what happened was Ares managed to fast track the extraterritoriality paperwork when they took over the place. So that is Ares land. Be careful. That being said, I don't know. I think some of those protesters are people who used to live there. If you can find someone there who lived there, maybe they know more about it than I can get to you.
Okay. Thanks. And Gertie will send him 100 yen.
Okay.
Try not to spend too much for the sake of his liver.
Mather,
Oh, thanks.
do people like? Do you have a readily recognizable face?
In certain circles, I doubt any of these people I've ever seen.
Okay. Hey KO, you seem pretty photogenic. You guys want to go in and you too, Gertie. I mean, you guys want to go in and be like a news crew, and maybe we can hack and say that you have an appointment to tour the facility, and give you guys a couple drones to record on the way inside, and then while you're in the place, you blow the shit up.
News people.
Personally, I've only lied a few times in my life, and it's worked okay for me, but I don't think it's gonna work out this time. Just a feeling.
Oh, so you can hold one of the cameras or something, and then you just let slick talking McGee over here do it.
I don't know. I've also had enough of my fill of cameras while on a job.
Well, see, it was right up your alley.
Anyway, so yes, I can go tell them I'm a reporter. I can make them believe I'm a reporter. And KO.
So you do recall, as you sort of drove by, there are cameras sort of flitting about out there, and there are at least 2 reporters already out there.
See?
Now, Nick said that the some of the protesters used to work and live in that building. So we might be able to talk to some of those folks, see if they know any super secret entrances or something.
That sounds very well thought out. Gertie, I'm so glad to have you back.
I've been practicing my logic. I'm very good at that Sudoku Oko game with the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You're so pretty.
Thanks.
You're very tall too.
I am. I can reach all the shelves.
Awesome. Okay.
Well,
So
whenever it's with
sounds like
Gertrude.
a plan. That sounds like a plan. Alrighty. Uh, there's a 97 in the trunk if you need it. Go ahead and grab it. If you guys feel like you need some oomph.
There's some
Okay, what is a 97?
AK-97.
Oh,
also known as 97, yes, but 97 what?
Bullets?
Oh, it's a gun? Oh, I have one.
Yes.
Hold up my
his
little
fashion piece.
tiny gun.
It looks
Yeah,
like
oh.
a water pistol, y'all. For those who I had to go look it up. It looks like a water pistol.
It's like the noisy cricket.
It is silly. It is silly.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, but I tend to not go into the building. It's kind of a hassle, so I tend to support from the truck. So if you take the 97, I can shoot people with you here.
I thought we weren't going to go in shooting.
I know. That's not. I mean, that's always the plan. But everybody has a plan until they get punched in the mouth, right?
Yes, and then you punch it in the mouth in return.
Exactly. So that's the 97.
That seems like a really specific scenario that you've thought of.
Oh, just
So,
standard
I mean,
procedure.
I can carry you up the stairs if they're not OSHA compliant.
I mean, my steed can go up the stairs, but I just rather prefer to stay in the truck where I'm comfortable.
Well, let's go see if there are any alternative routes in first, and then we'll circle back to getting in.
Or if the situation presents itself, just tell someone to let us in and we'll see how that goes.
That works.
Sure. And then I put on my disguise.
You have a disguise.
It's just a really beaten up old face mask that I stole several missions ago.
Like you're trying to rob the place.
It's the future. Things are weird.
Oh, is this your ballistic mask?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I've got one of those. It's very stylish.
Let's go talk to some regular folk.
Okay. And here's a Kambushi and a Noisquito for each of you. And yeah, I'll if things go south, I'll tell you to plug your ears and run the other direction, and then I'll try to slow them down for you.
Could your sister link all of our comms together so at least we can communicate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. I can't do it, otherwise I would.
I don't know why I'm speaking for her like she's not here and living and breathing right next to us. Right, Fee?
Yeah, that's
Right.
pretty rude.
Yeah, shut up, she says.
He just gives her this stink eye. So I'm assuming she does that.
Yeah, so once you guys give Grant marks on your comms, she sort of links them under her pan.
Why do I feel why do I get the feeling that this is a bad idea when you say it?
Oh, it's not.
They're all under her pan. Okay, it's not. All right, good. Okay.
No, it's kind of standard procedure if you have a decker who's protecting all your gear.
Got that evil GM feel from you for a second. I was like, oh no.
Because it does imply a level of trust that does not always exist among Shadowrunners.
Gotcha. Okay.
Now, who are we talking to again?
Normal.
The meat grinder.
So,
the protesters.
Okay, so who's going out to talk to the protesters?
Tell me what you want them to do, and I'll go talk. Or we can all go talk to them together. We'll show a camaraderie and that we're all in this together, and that we people different socioeconomic backgrounds can all work together. Doesn't that sound great? Remember, blessed is the mind too small to doubt anything. Anyway, let's go out and talk to them now.
Okay. So what I heard is Mather is going out by himself to play the face role for which he is suited.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll think that should show up to everybody. That's Mather.
Okay.
I'm going to roll the truck into a position so that I can get lines on the steel links in case things pop off.
Okay. There. All right. So you go up and you start by giving me a perception test.
Okay. Thanks, Bob. I was complaining last night that all my characters have great perception, and then I looked at the one on this and went, "Oh no." Not bad.
It's gonna start being interesting with 5 dice.
Yeah, I don't. My character's very shallow. He doesn't pay a lot of attention to what's going on.
Okay. So on that note, so you sort of scan the area. You do see most of these people are. The sense you get is sort of working class stiffs. A few people do stand out. First is. So there was Gloria Sims that I showed you, who's the leader. There is. There are 2 news bloggers whom you recognize. One is Henry Watts, who runs the blog What's Happened in Chicago. And there's Shayla Twilight, who's responsible for the blog Twilight in the City.
All right. And Gloria is engaging the crowd right now, right? She's
Yeah. So at some point she sort of she takes a break from the megaphone and she's sort of talking with a couple people.
all right. I sort of insinuate myself over there. I leave my jacket, my suit jacket, in Darcy and roll up my sleeves like a insanely well dressed working man.
So like the shop foreman essentially.
It's more Elmer Gantry kind of, like the suits, but I'm just one of you folks. Yeah, so I walk over and sort of insinuate myself over there on the way. I put a little Black Panther on. So as you get weirded out, it gives yeah, I'll be quiet now. All right, so
I'm sorry, what is Black Panther?
yeah, so
Wakanda Forever. You've never seen that movie?
Oh yeah.
Is a cologne that adds +1 to all social tests.
60% of the time.
It works every time.
Yep. I have a lot.
So you're insinuating your way in, but you stick out, and there are a couple of shouts you hear with your 2 hits on perception. That's one of those area's bigwigs.
All right.
But they hold it together and they don't like throw anything at you.
And I turn around, I hold up my hands, and I go, "There is nothing about me that should scream Aries to you. We're all looking for the same result here. Why would anyone want local workers, local businesses to be supplanted by a mega corporation whose main function is to buy firearms that allow people like you and even me to kill one another for their profits? You tell me if that's negotiable.
Good make a contest.
Yeah, I was gonna say because I don't believe any of that crap. All right.
I kind of figure most things with you are going to be a contest.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. There you go. 9 hits.
Oh, geez. All right.
Hold on. Did I get more than 9 successes? Because the limit is 11. So I guess I didn't. Okay, never mind. Cool. It says 9, but the bonus is I got a plus.
Yeah. So this it'll actually display the number of hits you got, and then.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool.
So if you roll 11, it would display 11.
Cool. It's not. I thought it was cooler than it was and was limiting.
Yeah, it doesn't apply the limit automatically.
Yeah. So I put on my best voice, project to the back of the room. I go full preacher mode. I'm like, and then I'm like,
yeah.
what we do today echoes forever. We may not win personally today, but we'll overcome. One person can start a landslide by casting a single stone. Metaphorically, we're not here to cause violence. I'm sorry that I don't mean to step on your leader here. I just wanted you to know that I'm with you. And I look her right in the eye and go, and I'm with you.
What are you doing here?
I want to get inside that building so that they won't be able to do what they're trying to do. And while, madam, I promise you that I am, sorry, madam, chummer, while I may be full of dreck most of the time, this is the honest truth.
I believe you.
Don't tell anyone I just told you the truth will ruin my reputation. Do you have any pointers? I have a small crew.
I mean, look at all this stuff that Ares brought out. You don't want to go through that. If there's a way in, you might want to talk to Gravy.
That sounds delicious. Who is Gravy?
Gravy used to live in there, and they kicked him out recently. And I know he's aching to deliver some payback to those Ares thugs. Let me introduce you. There he is. Hey, Gravy, come on over here. Yeah. So an old orc wanders over. Yeah. You're saying a lot of good stuff.
Why, thank you, Gravy.
Yeah, name's Gravy.
May I call you Gravy?
Oh, it's my name.
Oh, you may call me Mather. I and my friend
Mather.
would like to get inside that warehouse to assure that we all get the outcome we desire.
Yeah, I want to get back in there too. I used to live there, you know. They threw me out.
Well, that's unpleasant.
Yeah, they're still in there too. You know what? I mean, the crew that ran that place didn't even have time to get out their escape tunnel before Ares threw them out of the building. There's a tunnel in the sewers that leads up into there.
Mather shudders physically when he says in the sewers and goes, I was horrified you were going to say something like that. All right. So can you draw me a map?
Well, yeah. You got paper?
I've got this touch screen.
Oh yeah, you are. Yeah, I can do that.
Stylus here.
So in fact, I will now the way I do this is turn off the fog of war. And he draws, and you gather from the drawing that, I mean, this is a good place for where the nanoforges would be. He says there's a supply closet right next to that door there, and he points at the south door. And he says there's a little trap door in there that goes down to the sewers.
Hmm. Well, I know people who will climb down in sewers for money. So,
That's great.
yes. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you. And he grabs your hand with both hands and shakes.
I grab his hands back and I don't wipe them off until he is well out of ice.
Okay.
Oh, well, that was entertaining. What?
And by now, Gloria's gone back to the megaphone.
That's fine. Good to see you. All right. Yes. So I walk back over to Darcy, or to my friends that are Darcy, my compatriots, and I hold up my Hermes icon, my cheap one that's not tied to any sins or anything. Go, here's how we get in. You're very welcome.
Alrighty. Work.
The sewer.
That's what I said, but I'm sure that some of you have crawled down into sewers to get into things before.
And so at this point, you see him wiping his hands.
Yeah. And I'm like really wiping these gloves. They don't seem to be dirty at all, but I'm wiping them very, very, and then just to make sure that they don't have anything on them.
Oh yeah, sewers. It's a pretty shitty situation.
That was an awful joke, and I loved it. Fantastic.
But yeah, yeah, it sounds like a plan. Ladies, Heather, after you. Just let me know what you need from me. I'll try to support how I can.
You're a magic man, right?
Are you speaking to me?
Yeah.
Yes,
Can you summon a spirit?
I can.
Amazing.
Are you requesting one right now? Because the verb you used was asking if I am able to, rather than if I'm willing to. So, are you requesting that I summon one now?
Are you going to summon one to help us, or are you going down into the sewers yourself?
I did my part. I thought you were going down in the sewer. I wanted how to get into the sewer. I mean, how to get into the building, right? That's
Great, and your cut can be just the part about how to get in, and not the other 90% of the.
Mine is everybody's extra 1,000 that I got for you.
No one's gonna get anything
No.
unless we get the job done. All
You
right.
want to negotiate? Because we can negotiate.
I don't talk to con artists. I smell them when I see them.
Not this thing you could have said. I am something of an artist. Anyway, if you want me to go down the sewer, I will. If you want me to summon a spirit, I will. What is the function? What do you want me to do with it?
I look at Gertrude. How do we best utilize this new guy?
I feel like if we're taking a secret tunnel into a building, we
Secret
probably
tunnel.
need somebody who's good at talking to explain why we suddenly appeared in a building we're not supposed to be in if we're not going to be cutting people up. maybe.
This is why you're the mom.
Straight to brass tacks.
So you'd like me to go in the sewer with you to talk to these people?
Yes.
Talk to people once we get inside.
Yes. I mean, if there are ghouls in the sewer, I can probably talk to them.
Oh, I can talk to them too. It's fine. Nothing really sticks to my clothing, so it's fine. It's a sewer. Anyway, I put on my very stylish ballistic mask.
All right.
It has filters. That way I won't smell the stench.
All right, and with that, now that you've suited up and are getting ready to go into the sewers, that brings us to the end of our session for the evening. And we'll pick up as you guys get ready to go to the sewers next week. So thank you, everybody, for joining us. Thank you to all the cast. It's always fun. Welcome to our new cast. And thank you to Tom for doing tech and keeping this thing rolling.
Much love.
Come back next week.